Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and you are looking at an M55. Yes, I know that's the M55. It says M53 55, but this is definitely an M55 because that's an 8-inch howitzer, the big fat gun on the front. And this one is on the west spawn of El Halluf, and it's being driven by somebody called Sneak Stab 74. Well, it doesn't exactly say Sneak Stab 74. I'll show you what I mean in a sec. He actually says something different, but I think that's what he's trying to say. He's trying to convey the message of Sneak Stab. And he's going right to the back of the map. But I think actually he's going to sit... No, he's not going to the back. He's actually going to sit on top of the hill. Yeah, you can see he's now aiming at the enemy. Yes, I think you can see in the top left hand corner it says SN34KST4B74. I'm sure that actually is saying Sneak Stab. Let's take it back to the type. Okay, he's got a shot in there, and that Jag Tiger sailed by, and I don't think he hit it. It was a very snap shot, so chances of hitting it were slim, but much better chance of hitting this one, which is stationary, the C50. Near enough stationary. He's looking for targets, and so's that Lorraine 40T. That's an autoloader French medium. Only got 4 rounds in each mag. Looks like he's going to go for the E50. Unfortunately, that rock face is in the way, but he can put the shell into the far side, and that will cause some splash. Now there's a whole bunch of enemy tanks here together, and he can do a lot of damage by hitting all of them together, but he's going after T-34 first, and that overshot. If he'd actually gone for the centre, the Lurver, he probably would have hit the T-34 bang on. It sometimes helps if you go for a whole gaggle of tanks like that to just aim for the centre mass and let the shell decide. Now he's got a bit of reticule bloom there. When he moved his Arty, he adjusted its firing arc. Great thing about the M55 and the M53 is that they've got a turret that swings, which means you can hit more targets over a wider arc. Now, that worked because he actually fired in and he hit the centre tank, which is the Jag Tiger 88. But he also damaged the other tanks that were around him with the splash. So that really worked. Now, if he goes for the Lurver on this try, and they're asking for fire assistance on the Lurver, the rest of his team, if they hit the Lurver, that might just hit the other tanks as well, although they are tending to stay a little further away. Rounds out, and it damaged the Lurver, but it stunned all of the tanks, all of them. Unfortunately, they've just lost the Bulldog, but he is picking up some stun assistance. Now there's only a couple of tanks left on that far side there, and that VK101P is trying to get shots on that corner. It'd be a lot of help if he could get that one, but I think he's going to go for the ST1, which is trying to press that ridgeline. Rounds out. Direct hit. 354 hit points. Can't see where on the ST1 it went in, but it did strike the vehicle. Right, a Chrysler Grand Final has joined the tank in the dip, and I think he's going to take that one out. This is a nice meaty target. Oh, and it stopped. He did get a chunk of that Chrysler GF, but the ST1 stopped, and so the Chrysler, just before the shell landed, if they carried on moving, I think it would have hit them square on. Okay, they've been joined by the others now. So this is getting very nasty. The FCM-50T is feeling all alone on that north corner. But thankfully none of the enemy have decided to go around the north, which is rather peculiar because you'd think that they would know to do that. And he's firing around into that gaggle of tanks there, and he gets a hit on 2 of them and stuns virtually every one of them. And they're all backing off whilst they're under stun. Here comes the stun assistance. Okay, he's resighted his aim, his firing arc again. That helps prevent reticule bloom at the wrong moment. Almost loaded. I think he's going to centre on the VK. Rounds out. And he gets a lovely hit. Actually, I think he hit the ST1 again, but the damage splashed over onto the 100-01. And the ST1's no more. That was a good strike. He did that. He decided to do that the right way this time. Went for the centre tank, but the actual shell fell short, so he picked up the ST1 instead. Now they're all bunching together again. He's indicating his target, telling his team that's where I'm going. He's almost reloaded, but the enemy are pushing forward, so he's going to have to aim for the push. He's going to go for this T-34 round out, and he takes a nice big chunk out of it. 403 this time. He was going after that Emil, and I think he's going to go around the corner of that Emil and shoot into his side, but he's being joined by a Skoda and an AMX-50 100, so they should be able to see that T-34 off, and they have. They've killed him. Now it's just a question of pushing back on this T-30 and the Indian Panzer. And this is where Sneak Stab can actually help out. If he can put a round into them, he'll stun them and force them to back away. Rounds out. And he direct hit. He takes out the T-30. And the Indian Panzer's gone down as well. And that just leaves the VK 100-01. They've got a 3-tank advantage now. And the enemy are pushing in to try and make good the deficit. But it's not going to help them. They've managed to get 1 tank back. They took out the Emil. But they're now in a terrible situation. They're 3 tanks down. And all 3 tanks are engaged with our forces. Meanwhile, the T-49 and the T-28 prototype are hunting Arty down on the other side of the map. And their Arty's been discovered. And he's just about to be taken out. And he has been taken out. That means they're 4 tanks down now. And I'm sure he's almost loaded. He can get another shot into that VK 100-01. The bigger threat is the 50, but it's a bit difficult getting a shot into him. The 40T is only a 4-shot autoloader. He's coming up that rise, but he's paper thin armour. Very easy to take out. And they've taken out the 100-01. It's just the Lorraine left. And the round goes in and splashes him. 402 hit points. And he's being pummeled now. He won't last very long. And he's taken out. And that's the end of the game. Wow, that ended rather quickly towards the end. But it did help, actually. The work he did really did assist his team to take out the enemy by stunning them at the right moment. And he got an Ace Tanker in the M53, M55 for Sneak Stab. As you can see there, his name is, I think that's Sneak Stab. Pretty sure it's Sneak Stab, that's what it means. And he also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew capacitations or module damage. And he picked up a Confederate because he was hitting more of the enemy than anyone else. At least 6 tanks that were subsequently destroyed by members of his team. And you can see that list of them there. And he did do the right thing. He fired at the centre mass of the tanks. And even if the shell fell short, it was going to hit a tank. And if it fell long, it was going to hit a tank. So in actual fact, he was helping himself to score a Confederate by aiming at the centre mass of the enemy tanks. So that was great work there. Great work. If you look at the team scores, you can see he came second on damage with 3,422. He was only topped out by the E75. But he came joint 4th with 1 kill. There he is, down at the bottom. The top one, of course, was the Skoda T50. And when it came to XP, base XP of 1118. That put him third on the total. He fired 12 rounds, got 4 direct hits, 4 penetrations, 21 splash damage. He also did 3,422 hit points of damage, all at more than 300 meters. Actually, sorry, I'm reading that wrong. It's 12 shots fired, 4 direct hits, 4 penetration, 21 splash hits. That's it. So, yes, he was splashing more than one enemy with each shot he was making. I need to read that right. I was thinking to myself, why did I say it the way I did? Anyway, he hit 10 of the enemy. 2/3 of the enemy team he hit. He killed 1 of the enemy. Damage due to his assistance was 628 hit points, and damage due to his stuns was 2,921 hit points. And he caused 24 stuns in total. That's absolutely massive. On a premium account, he earned 57,396 credits, but after deductions for ammunition, he took away 34,956 credits. He received 1,677 XP, and it was ×2 for the first victory of the day, so he took away 3,354 experience points in total. So well done indeed, Sneak Snap. That was a great display of aim for the centre mass and you'll get lots of targets. And you came away with an Ace Tanker and a Confederate to prove that it works. Well done indeed. If you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully I'll be seeing you in the next replay.